Welcome once again. We are back. We are back with another episode of Misconceptions. This is a show in which we talk about the misconceptions of certain gender roles, people of certain stature, certain job titles, and things like that. Because a lot of people are misunderstood about certain things. So today's episode, how do we want to phrase this? Because when I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, but when the lady to my left came through, she is a Nigerian artist who lives in, of course, in America and is making waves in America. But we were talking about we should do a misconceptions of African women, and we were thinking about keeping it entertainment, but I wanted to just go just African women in America because that broadens the spectrum of conversations. Therefore, those who are at home who aren't in entertainment, they can join the conversation. So, with that being said, we're doing misconceptions of African women in America, and I want to start by introducing the ladies to my left. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Georgie. Of course, Independence, the first name. We are the cast of an amazing reality TV show coming out called First Gen Africa. And that's really why we're here today, to really give you a Nigerian born and raised, Igbo babe. So, yes.
Wait,
first generation.
I like that.
So we're called First Gen, and we want to tell the story of what it means to be a first generation in this new America, right?
I like it.
My name is Happiness, and I am a Nigerian, the original Nigerians, and we are the mothers. I am representing the mothers of the first generation Americans.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a beautiful name, Happiness.
Yes, Happiness.
Are you always happy, or do you?
I couldn't say that I'm always happy, but I try to live up to that name.
There you go, because it'll probably be weird if you got angry.
Yeah.
Happiness.
I don't want to see her angry.
It's not you.
I try.
Happiness, stop.
I try.
Yeah, we're gonna get deeper in your story.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Linda Wabuko. This is my mom.
Family affair.
I am Nigerian American. I was born in Dallas, Texas, so I feel like I am true first gen because Nigeria, flows through the roots. But I was born here in America, but I always repping. Always will.
So you proudly check off African American when it's on the application.
Proudly.
I put other African.
Other non-Hispanic. You put.
I pick other Nigerian.
Nigerian American, really.
Yeah,
it should really be Nigerian American.
Yeah. I was born here, but y'all can't tell me I'm not Nigerian.
Yeah, right. Don't let them tell you.
I don't care what nobody says.
The two heathens that are born here.
So let's do it like this. How long have you been here? Let's talk about how long you've been here. I know you said you're born here, but let's talk about how long y'all been here in America so we get a context.
I've been here since I was almost 12. So, yeah. So, okay.
I've been here. It will be like 32 years in November this month.
Yeah.
32 years in America.
You came in the 80s?
I came 1989 November.
1989.
November 12th.
Who was that?
1989.
Ronald Reagan was? Who
No, it was. I think it was George Bush the
George
senior.
Bush, yeah, you're right. I'm just curious. I'm just curious what environment she came into. I'm just curious what environment she came
It was
into.
George Bush the senior, yes.
Wow.
Okay.
You said Ronald Reagan. I have to just make sure.
yeah.
Linda, you've been here, of course, born here. Dallas, or you born?
I was born in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah,
Parkland Hospital.
I myself, this conversation is interesting because I myself, is of African descent. My father is Igbo, Nigerian. My mother is from Little Rock.
Your mother's American.
So African American. So I was born here in Dallas as well. So me and her go.
You guys get it all.
Okay.
So
Who do you relate to more though? Your father's side or your mother's
I
side?
relate to my mother's side more because my mother, my dad, I relate to his culture more, but my mother just really put that in me as far as just, she was there. Yeah,
Is it your blood?
Being
Okay, your mom was born over here or back in Nigeria?
No, my mom is literally from Little Rock. Her last name is Smith.
Oh.
So my dad came in the 70s to go to college.
Okay.
And met my mother in Little Rock and then married her and had a couple of kids and a few kids.
Okay.
How many kids do you have?
No, my dad, he has 4 with my mother. 2 with his new wife from Nigeria,
Okay.
and 1 with another woman from Arkansas.
So he
Oh,
still
wow.
went back to Nigeria.
he still went back to
He
Nigeria.
went back. Did we just have this
We just had this
conversation?
conversation.
We just had this conversation.
He
Your
divorced
dad
my
was
mother,
busy.
they got a divorce, and then he went and got a wife from Nigeria.
I'm telling
Wow.
you,
We
this is
just had this talk.
So I never thought about it like that. That makes me wonder. Like,
They
Still
always
ended up in Nigeria.
makes me wonder.
They always dabble
But
in like
anyways.
the other sides of like, out of dating. And then they always want to come home with us to like as their final resting place.
So, but you never asked him. So, Dad, you went back to Nigeria. You never asked him why.
I mean, I know why, and I don't think he was going. He was going there to get a wife.
Oh,
Like,
he
literally.
was okay.
He
You never
went there
asked
to
him
get a
why he
wife.
wanted to go back. Like,
I
why
think it was
Nigeria?
I think it
Why
was-
not another black woman?
I think it was like a family thing. Like it's like solidifying some families out there.
Yeah.
And he already kind of knew. He had to like pick up a litter out there.
That's what he told you?
That's what he told me. He's like, hey, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick her up. I'm like, you never met her? Like, you gonna meet her.
Yeah.
Bring her home. He brought her
Yeah.
home. So there
They
you
know.
go. There
They
you
know
go.
why they're doing it because she's not gonna argue. That's a new thing too. They go back home and go bring the wives from back home and bring them here. That's another way they go around.
I think it was
Yeah.
the cookie. Maybe he just kind of
The cookie?
Like, that old,
You know,
Fifties of
home
life.
is home. Your home girl will always understand you better than the other person.
That's
So,
true. Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's so much history that like even the movies feel different. I guess when you watch
it's true.
the movie's so different.
I guess I
It's
don't know.
true.
But with
It's
that being
true.
said, I want to go into misconceptions that people have
Okay.
of African women that's here in America.
Okay.
I was gonna just freely ask like, what do y'all feel are some misconceptions? But I'm just gonna throw some out there that I feel that I see that
Yeah.
Americans have with African women over here.
Okay.
One of those things is that African girls that are here in America hate American black women. I don't want to say the word. See how everybody calls? Everybody, come, hold your breath. Hold your breath. I don't want to say hate because that's a strong. No, I won't say hate. That's a strong word.
Dislike.
very-
And I won't say dislike.
Okay.
I'm gonna say feel a way about American black women.
That's a big
Auntie, I used
misconception.
Yeah, that is a huge
That
misconception.
It's
is
a horrible
big
misconception.
Yeah, I
misconception.
think that's a huge misconception.
we don't come here hating black Americans. I think it's the other way around.
Low key.
It is the other way around because they feel like we are coming to take their man.
Damn. Off the rip.
It's true.
Even as a child, like, oh, she's gonna get raised to take our men.
Yeah, that is true. And I don't want to say that they feel threatened by us because the man will always come back to us. It has to do with your root. You have to know your root.
True.
But some of our Nigerian men, they marry the black Americans for real.
Yeah. True.
But some of them,
How do you feel
sometimes
about that?
I don't feel any different as long as they're marrying for real.
Yeah.
Yes. But the
Sometimes
difference,
it's like-
what makes them
trying
come
to
back to
get over
us is because of the home food. We
Yeah.
we cook our home food.
You said
And
you
every
like
African man
that.
knows that.
Yes.
We cook our home food, and the man will always want the home food.
Yes.
He knows where the cow
so they
is.
come back.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's not like we don't like them. We like them, but we want them to be married for real.
Yeah.
Because we're not too much into getting divorced. We want to, once we get married, we want to stay married.
Yes.
Our culture does not bring us up like, okay, go and try it. If it didn't work out, you get out. We want to be innate for real. So that's the difference sometimes.
I think I want to even jump on what she said. I think also another thing is, for me, I feel like African American women have kind of seen us where they think we're snooty and we're uptight because
Yes.
of the way we're raised. We're
Yes.
raised very strict and very like education. We have very guidelines that are kind of like essentially
That is so
what we
true.
have to do. So because of our attitude and the way that we come in so strong and
Yes.
ready to achieve, I think it's off-putting a lot to some African American women, and they think we think we're better than them, but it's not even them. Like it's
It's
not.
your parents' fault. My parents raised me. They had a plan for me. They had a plan for me.
So we don't
Yeah.
even really have the time to to a lot of like things that they go through. I think we don't even have the chance to relate. Kind of like we're talking about getting your hair braided.
It's true.
And now with braiding is like a whole thing to us growing up. Braids.
Exactly.
When I first came here, I had my braids on, and people were like, "Can I touch your hair?"
We weren't offended. Like, and then it's hard for us to relate a lot because I would say a lot of struggles that they have are so different from what we had growing up. So I think it just makes it seem like they think we're better. We really don't. We just we just have higher
different culture.
Yeah, we have higher expectations from our culture.
Yes,
that we don't have time to like waste.
So before I get to you, Linda, I'm curious about you as far as when you see African men here in America dating American women, Black women. What do you feel about that? What are your thoughts?
I'm happy you said this. So one of the girls that's actually on the show, Macy, she's talking to, she's been with her significant other since they were 16, right? And they have a baby together. Now, I think, I might get the red flag over here. I think sometimes African men go with, outside of their race because it's easier to like manipulate them. Mm-hmm. It's easier to play games. It's easier to run, amok and get away with it than it is with African women. Mm-hmm. African women will, they'll bite back. Mm-hmm. Like, the bite back is, especially Igbo.
Yes.
We bite back and we stand our ground. Like, it's a real warrior princess situation with us, right?
It is true.
And sometimes they're not ready to, like, they still want to be children. That's why they wait till they get older and then come back. Yeah. Because they want to be idiots till they're 40. And then they're like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. Now I'm ready to do it.
That's so true to that.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just watched, and y'all should go watch it. I just watched King Richard, which is the movie about Venus and Serena. And their father and mother, or the father really, he had a 20-year plan for them from the jump. Before they were born, he had it written down, this is their plan, this is what I'm going to do. I see that in a lot of the African community.
Oh, yes.
Like, this is you're going to be a doctor or a nurse or whatever it's going to be, but here's your plan.
Because of that family name that you have to protect.
Yes.
You have to
legacy
protect.
Name.
Yes.
That name.
Like, you can't fall off because you're going to have brothers and sisters that everyone's going to get graded. School's going to be important. And
there you go.
We believe in generational, lineage and because your last name is, or like you can trace your last name to the original soil, right?
Yes.
So we believe that name, and it's a natural
and you do not want to bring shame to that name.
Yeah, it's a natural competition where we're essentially battling for who has the greatest name. Mm-hmm. We believe in history. Yeah. That's another thing that's different with Black Americans and us is history means a lot to us.
Yes.
It means
that's why when they ask you, when you have your family name, you say your name, you say your last name, and they they know a lot of people that are from that tribe or something. They're like, and they want to see how you're doing. Like, you see his cars, you see his house.
True.
Yeah,
because your last name. That's a good family. That's a good family.
Your last name matters.
And we put a lot of emphasis on education. We want our kids to be educated so that they can carry that name and don't bring shame to the family.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give you this. My mom, when I became a woman, right? My mom had the conversation with me. It wasn't even like a sex talk. It was, if you embarrass our name, if you embarrass our name,
there you go.
Use your last name.
That's us.
There wasn't any sex talk. It was just embarrassing your name.
That name.
So whatever, move in the world with just that.
And it surely did.
We have a saying in Nigeria, Ezigbo aha ka ego. Good name is worth more than money.
Reputation. So the best way to explain it in American term is reputation. Reputation precedes you in the African community because you can drop your last name, and just the fact that your last name is something that's built into like people know. Like you said your name, and she knew you were from Anambra State, right?
Yes.
That's worth something because now she doesn't need to go do the research or see someone who knows you.
I can't say my name was like Wilson and be known I'm from Tennessee or something.
No, Wilson is an American name.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All of us have an African name.
Our names have meanings too.
African girls, y'all, when the last name's Jenkins, it needs to be like Louisiana. We need to get to that level. So I'm curious, Linda, I'm going to get to you, and I want you to answer.
I'm chilling over here.
But what about women, as y'all are, as far as having to marry, if you were to marry into a name that is not African descent?
I've thought about this. And I have no clue what I would do if he was not Nigerian or African.
Like I told her, I said,
I have no idea.
As long as the man loves you, that's fine. But if you're bringing like a white man or a black American, they have to know our culture.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because our culture, we cherish our culture so much.
It's not there.
So if we are wearing agbada, he will have to wear agbada as well. Agbada is our tradition. This one y'all are calling dashiki.
Dashiki.
Yes. The dashiki. That's what they call it.
Dashiki, bro. It's not called dashiki, bro. For real.
But mom, like, what if his last name is Johnson?
Yeah, his last name is Johnson. Do you
Linda
want to
Johnson.
hyphenated?
Maybe.
If it's Johnson, fine. But Johnson will have to get involved in our way of life.
See, my mom was cool.
You can
This
go-
is not something
So-
you're gonna
So,
hear
you have
every
any sons?
mom say.
I have a son.
Okay, so
Christian.
let him carry the name.
I'm happy that you said that. I'm happy you said that. So my dad has 5 daughters, right?
Oh, damn.
5 daughters, right?
He's upset. He won't tell you, but he's upset.
He told us.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
He told us.
Because imagine it was 5 boys.
He told
Oh,
us.
then he likes it.
Oh, yeah.
African men want a son to carry their name on because
He-
my dad always tells me, "You are Madiwagu. You can take my name forever."
Yeah.
My son's name is Madiwagu. So
Yeah.
daughters can get married and then it can
Change
get
your
lost
name.
into
Oh, but you know, these days, daughters are not dropping their middle name.
I know. My sister- My
Okay.
sister got
Okay.
married and she kept her Madiwagu.
That's what I was
Okay.
going to
My sister
say.
got married.
My father, and that's something that I thought my father and I have had the conversation. I'm keeping my last name. No offense. I mean, I'll be definitely respected in the sense of like my husband addressing me as Miss his name, but on all legal precedents, I keep my last name. Reason also being, it's good if you believe in prenups. I promise you the paperwork goes so fast when you keep your own last name.
Yeah, oh yeah, and divorce rate is probably a lot higher if you keep your last name. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Don't lie.
I don't know if you're gonna
Women, see, this is the misconception.
Misconception.
Listen. If you keep your last name, we might get an argument. I'm like, damn it, you shit. I already got my last name.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
Kids named after you. What is the marriage you have? Why do you marry her? We could have been friends. Friends with benefits. I'm just saying.
Hey, you get your last name?
Yeah, right.
Okay, but hold on. The reason, so let me elaborate. So I hate that misconception. So like for me, being that I am a daughter of 5, right? Okay, I don't mind, answering my husband's name. The reason why I keep my name, my father had 5 daughters, right? It doesn't mean that I'm going to throw it in his face or my name is going to be, no. And I'm also building my legacy so that Miss Georgie holds weight.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Like, I don't think, to me, an achievement in life isn't becoming someone's last name or taking their last name or getting married. That's not my achievement. That's not my crown glory in life. So I'm not impressed with taking on his last name. I want the action that comes with the last name more than I care about the last name.
I love this conversation because about 50 years ago, that could not have been said.
Yeah.
at all.
Definitely.
Not believed or not even felt. But I'm glad we're at this point now that we're that empowerment where I can say my name actually might precede yours a little bit. So
It might.
you might even take my last name.
But I don't want him to do that. No, I'm not trying to emasculate him. No.
I'm just saying it might open some doors for him. Like, listen, I'm gonna change my name to Kardashian.
Absolutely.
Jonathan Kardashian.
Even
I'm
me
related,
that has
man.
been here for so long, I didn't throw away my middle name, my father's name. In my documents, my father's name is still there.
It's her middle.
My maiden name was Happiness Amakwe. And then my husband's last name is Nwabuko. So my document still says Happiness Amakwe Nwabuko.
I love it.
Yes. So my father's name is still there.
It's like
somewhere.
her middle name here.
Yeah, I have brothers. I have brothers as well that are carrying the name, but I did not want to throw away my father's name completely because he made me who I am.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to highlight something you said. So I'm the very pro get outside of dating African men, especially for African women. I dated Persian. I've done
It's like the rug.
what? Don't play with me. I've done the white. The reason why I say that is as the African woman, right? The one problem we have in the African community is that African men are raised that we need to be married, right? So they have this ego.
That's a misconception.
Yeah, they do. They feel like African women were raised to, having a husband, like that's the trophy. So they do all their craziness with the anticipation that African women are always we're always ready to be our wife, right? Yes. So they see us as a commodity and not really as something that's worth cherishing, because they'll cherish the other race more than they do us. So, but when I dated white guys and I dated outside of my race, the respect that I rightfully deserve and knowing my worth actually came getting outside of my race. Because then I got to see I'm not just some black girl or some African girl. I am like the shit. Like, I really mean that.
Wait. So you prefer to date white men?
I try. Not just white men, but outside.
Okay. I mean, who do you like dating the best? As far as who's been your best experience?
My white guy. I would say my relationship I was in, he was the best relationship. Not because he was just white. Yeah, that could have played a role, but he was also well intellectually matched. I'm a sapiosexual, so I'm a mentally intellectual person. So it was our first date was at Barnes and Noble. So it was.
My first date was a Waffle House.
Someone please save his life. So it was a different thing, but I just when I talk to African men, I have to I've been raised where I can't be as smart as can't talk too smart because it intimidates them. Yeah. It scares them. If I'm too driven, it scares them because I'm trying to take their balls away. But instead, you could be looking as a partner. Like you have a genuine partner that if you want to take 6 months off, your wife still got it. If I want to take 6 months off, my husband can still get it. Like that's what I think marriage is. Now,
Linda, I do want to ask you as far as I want your response on what Black American women feel about you, and what you feel about them.
I have a lot of Black girlfriends. If anything, maybe there's this attitude that I will say Igbo girls carry, that maybe they think that we act like we're better than them, but I really don't have an issue with Black Americans. I do know that we do have a type of, I don't know if it's
there's a culture you have to respect.
It's a pride that we know where we come from. Mm-hmm. We know whose we are, where we're from. So I feel like you can walk a little different when you know where you're from. Nobody can tell you.
And I look at that with all immigrants. They come from a history of that could date back. And I always talk to my mom and things like that. And she again, my mother's a Smith, and she can't probably date it back, too far as to whatever, back in,
exactly.
1800s. It's probably as far as it's going to go. So I do believe there is, I guess, a confidence, or not a confidence, but a swagger.
It is a different type of swag when you know where you're from.
Yes, and I'm happy that you highlighted that, because I think another thing is I hate the entitled nature of the sometimes African Americans have towards Africans, right? Because it's they're entitled, we need to come to them. But at the same time, they're screaming that they don't know their past. They don't know where they're from. They want to learn. But you feel entitled that we need to come and learn you instead of you coming to learn where you're originally from, which would make more sense. So that's where the entitlement comes from. They think we're trying to say we're better, but I'm trying to show you if you actually learned, my confidence would actually boost up because you would know where you're from.
What happened is, would you say a lot of African or Black American people, men and women, should go to Africa to what they call it, do their ancestry, to kind of know where area they're from, and then go visit it just to get a feel? You feel like you should do that?
I feel like every Black American should visit Africa.
Indeed, 100%.
They should really visit Africa and know where they came from. Yeah. See, because I came all the way from Nigeria, I have lived here. I was born in Nigeria. I can compare the two cultures and I can tell the difference. And you can tell the difference from somebody that was born over there as against here. When I first came here, I had a culture shock. I was, oh my God.
Culture shock.
Life over here was so fast. Everything was so fast. But as time went on, I got used to how life worked here. It took me time I came to Dallas directly. Because back home, the picture we have of America is we call it God's own country. It's next to God.
Yes. The last bus stop.
I'm telling you.
That's where Michael Jackson is.
Right.
I'm telling you.
That's what Michael
Like,
Jackson
us
is.
here ain't never seen Michael
We
Jackson.
gold is on the floor.
The first-
Everything is diamond.
The first time I saw a fly,
Mom.
I was like, whoa.
Wait, a fly like a fly?
A fly in America?
Wait.
And then I saw somebody begging on the street, like homeless.
Confusion,
Oh
honey.
my
Like, what is
God.
I'm back home? What is going on?
Confusion.
I got a fly?
I was like, homeless in God's own country? I could not believe it. I had to write a paper on that in my class.
You see?
I'm telling you the truth.
Did you ever
Shook.
Did you ever go down Henry Hines back in the 80s?
I'm telling you, our church is Hamilton Park United Methodist Church. Is
Man, yes.
under the bridge, and I saw somebody like asking for money in America. I could not. It took me a long time. I can't.
It's crazy because I'm so used to that. I can see probably like with an idea of a place and then getting there and say what?
I said, if somebody is homeless in America, then what makes it God's own country? My perception about America changed really quick. I said, okay.
When I saw the hood, the so-called hood here, for the first time, I was like, whoa, America has the hood. But to me, still, coming from when I came from, like, this is the middle class. I was thinking the hood was the middle class. And then I saw the middle class.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's the
I had a serious
Okay, that's the
culture shock
difference.
when I came here.
I think it's safe to say everywhere has a ghetto.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
No, I mean, like, Africa, I grew up in
Everywhere.
the slums, not even the ghetto. The ghetto is still, you have running electricity and water. I grew up in the slums where you got water in the well and you boiled it and you went in the brown container and you boil it and you sit next to the fire and you're steeping water.
And another thing about some of the American women that, like when I came here, they felt like we were too ambitious.
Yeah.
We had too much
ambitious.
ambition.
You got too many jobs.
Yeah,
You got too many goals.
Why don't you go back?
You have so much energy. That's
I
what they said.
was telling her when I came here, I started working as a nurse aide.
Say
Okay.
that.
Some of the black people that were working as nurse aides with me, they were still nurse aides. I went back to school and became a licensed vocational nurse. They were still nurse aides, and I went back and became a registered nurse, and they were still nurse aides. And they get mad when you try to tell them, like, because
When you elevate and
and then they're like, why don't you go back to your country? What did I do to you? All I did was went to school, and
Education.
the school is still open. You can
The school is still open.
You can still go, honey.
you can still go and
stopping
try
you?
to help yourself. My culture does not like hand me down. Like
We don't
they group everybody like you. Oh, you want the government to feed you? No, because our government is not feeding us back home in
We make a way.
Nigeria. We work for everything we have. We work hard for it.
I love it.
So we come here and
Yeah.
y'all have the opportunity, even government cheese.
Yeah,
I can actually skip a day and like still
I
get
know.
food.
Section 8 will pay for you to live, and we want you to go better your life. Like, no,
They pay you
I'm just gonna sit here.
There's unemployment.
Watch Oprah.
Dude,
Child
Oh my
support.
God. Nobody gives you
Wait, there's no child support in
nobody
Child
gives you
support.
that.
There's child
There's no
money.
child support in Nigeria?
no, you see the father.
Right.
You see the what?
You see the father like, oh, your kids are here. Come home.
Don't let that information get.
Don't let that information get out.
Okay, but the thing is, we also, to be fair, we really, as much as child support doesn't exist, right? As much as child support doesn't exist, we don't really have like a crazy amount of like child support issues. Even at that, it's embarrassing for a man.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's not. To see his child, to see his
It's-
child,
you know what I
especially as a
mean?
son, like,
There's like a pride back home
Yes.
Yeah.
to take care of your own.
Yes.
That's why a lot of Akata women, they want to have babies with the Africans because they know they're set. Because African man, it's his pride
Yes.
to brag like, yeah,
That's
my
your
kid,
name. You
my
have to
baby's
protect
this,
your name.
my baby's that, my baby
Yeah.
mama drive this. Even like they still know it's a bigger flex to
Yeah.
say you're an African as your baby daddy. Because it just can't happen where you are not paying bills of his son or
Yeah.
his
it's
daughter.
not gonna,
It's not gonna happen.
I can see that.
Yeah, they'll find a way, every way possible.
I can see that. Now, I do want to ask, there's a is it a misconception when someone says that all African women who are in America that y'all automatically know how to dance?
Yes.
That we all know how to dance.
Definitely girls that don't know how to dance.
Just have a rhythm.
To move, to dance, and music.
That's a misconception, honey. Everybody cannot dance.
There's some that can't move. They don't have the rhythm.
Oh, good. It's a 60-40. So it's 60%. It's 60. No, really, because there's some people that are really struggling.
Yeah.
Like
serious
Everybody
struggle.
cannot dance.
No, point them out.
I didn't know that was a thing. They think everybody that's African can dance.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, we still
like
dance.
you hear some whiz kid, or they be like, oh, the Africans in the house is gonna automatically they gigging.
No.
I don't know how to. Okay, the difference is to us. Listen, we do know how to dance compared to what they think dancing is, right?
Yes.
We do know, but for us that really dance,
like,
you know, we be like, no, you can't dance, but that's still 80% to what they think.
Okay,
our
I can see
100%
that.
of dancing is considered like 100% for y'all. It's considered 80% for y'all.
See, that goes back to culture too, because back home we have each tribe has their own kind of dance. And the younger ones, you watch the older ones dance, and you do not want that culture to die. So you have to learn how to dance it. We have the war dance. The original war dancers back home, when they're dancing, the younger ones are watching them. And here in America, it gives me joy when I see our kids that were born here trying to dance our dance, because we want to keep that culture going.
We have to keep it alive. That's the only way. Just like, okay, I love that we have this conversation. So twerking is something I want to really explain.
Was that like originated?
There is no twerking. Like, twerking is an American created term because we've been winding, gyrating.
Moving hips.
So like moving hips is different.
Is it?
Popping is different to me. Twerking is a little like it's like an art to it. I mean, I don't know.
But have you seen an African woman move hips?
Right? Have you seen
that?
True.
Have you seen with the rapper? With the rapper and the sketch? Have you seen proper wine? Nobody gyrating with us. I mean, gyrating with
I'm trying to picture both.
Man,
you have to see. I'm gonna send you a video. There's this one.
I might pop one up so y'all can.
There's a proper like shake hips or move your gyrate your hips movement, right? My aunt and my mom do it where they can be standing and there's a way like they're not moving anything else
but
just their hips, and they're having a full conversation.
Is that cultural dance?
It's a cultural thing, and you will call it twerking, but it's not. It's just
not.
Move your hips.
Yep.
I know.
Twerking came from somewhere.
It did. It came from the
It came from Luke.
Yeah. Freaknik, bro.
96. I'm curious. They say, is it a misconception that all African women when y'all come here, y'all automatically know how to cook?
No.
It's not a misconception. Most of us can cook.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
for sure.
Yes,
you have to.
Because even at 5 years old, my mother was already teaching me how to cook.
I killed my first chicken at 4.
Can every African girl boil rice?
No.
I don't think every African, maybe from back home.
Oh, okay, I don't know. That one is.
Here, like when y'all get here, just born here, moved here.
You have to know
boiling rice should be like the first thing.
Because how are you going to take care of your husband if you can't cook?
It's an embarrassment that your mother didn't even
The
know
way
how
to a man's heart is his stomach. There's a saying like that in my culture.
It's the truth.
So if you can't feed the man, how do you hope to keep him?
And that's how you also starve him and leave him hanging sometimes.
Yeah.
If you want to punish him, don't.
Yeah.
Grubhub.
And he go on Grubhub till he goes to the bathroom and he's like,
I think, again, and because you're older, it's like, it's different from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s. I know you're probably looking like, this generation is different now. With women,
Completely
with relationships.
different. Completely different.
It's just so different.
And I want them to be different. Like this first generation Nigerians, women, I want them to be different. I don't want my daughter to be me.
Okay.
I don't want her to be her mom. So they gotta do something different they gotta do better than we did.
Period.
Yes.
Factual.
Yes.
I'm trying to break the generational curse.
You have to break it.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Should, as women and being here in America, should there be thoughts of going back home, or plant our seeds?
No, there should be always going home because I'm here temporarily. I say that America is where I'm building my I'm blessed to have a structured environment where I can build true wealth and stabilize residual income. But Nigeria is my birthplace and my birthright, so I will be going back home.
We call it motherland.
It's your motherland.
You have to. Even if your kids were born here, you have to take them to motherland.
Yeah, I own some property out there.
Yes, that's
that
good.
My dad
have you been?
Very good.
I've been when I was a kid. I haven't
You're
been.
Okay.
No. I'm going literally next month.
You're
Good.
Next month. When are you going?
That's
next
good.
month?
Exciting.
You're going to that in December. That's when they all go home.
Yeah, no,
they just go to gyrate and
my
do shit
my
ball.
dad goes
Christmas is
my dad
fun.
goes
I
every
mean, it
December.
is fun. It is.
Every December he goes.
It's called Dirty December. It's actually the illest. Like, if you want to enjoy Nigeria, go home that December. You won't sleep. When I went, I was coming out of the club at 8. The sun was coming out. We're going to sleep. You're eating brunch. You're taking a nap. You're jumping to the beach.
Oh my goodness.
It's literally a whole adventure.
Yeah.
And there's food everywhere. You're literally just eating.
That's food.
And there's
That has
aunties
to be
and we know it's very family oriented.
Yes.
So you're hopping from house to house.
You're not looking for a babysitter. Everybody's there to help.
Yup.
Very interesting.
Everybody's there to
Everyone is,
help.
and then when you go back to the village, because that's even one of the most fun parts when you get to go back to the village. Because there's a city life, which is Lagos. And then you get to go to the village where there's not really electricity and you really have to talk. And there's no Wi-Fi. And there's none of that.
And it's really fun. You sit down with the family and you talk and you all get to know
there's
each
fire
other.
in the pit.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It's good.
That's pretty awesome.
Especially during Christmas time.
That's what I'm gonna finally go with my pops. I'm excited to go. There's a house out there that I guess I'm supposed to inherit. And the reason I'm going is because I think some people are trying to take the house.
Yeah,
He's like, your son's never coming here.
Yeah, that's what
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm coming.
You lose your land and you never step foot.
Yes, you gotta go
We
claim
pay
what's
people to
yours.
live in our, like my parents that are here, we pay people to live in our house.
Yeah.
So that Nigeria is brutal.
Yeah,
But we have extended family system.
Yeah.
So some of your daddy's brothers or relatives will want to live in the house.
Yes.
But like you have to let them know that it's temporary.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Otherwise, that house you're not getting it anymore.
Right, I'm gonna go lay down.
They'll
I'm gonna
just
lay down the
take.
You gotta go
Yeah,
play.
but Nigeria isn't
claim
like
what's
here where
yours.
you can go kick somebody police.
Yeah, call the
It's not
police.
like that.
Yeah.
That structure is still coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's still coming.
and we're not doing that.
No,
I want y'all, because you've already been on, you already had your rodeo, but I want the younger ladies to say, as far as dating in America, just for y'all experiences, what are some misconceptions that whenever y'all get into a relationship that people either think or expect
I got one.
from y'all? Go ahead.
Okay, go.
Nigerian girls, you guys don't know how to submit.
Sister, you took it out of my hand.
You guys
took
are
it
not
out of my
submissive.
mouth. You put it right there. On
Oh,
the
okay.
table.
All right.
Sauce.
I mean, that's all we raised. You need to learn how to cook for a husband.
Yeah, but
You need to-
what is submissive in your eyes? What has a man said?
Stupidity, dumb.
No, I mean,
Yes, sir.
more so
Okay.
what a man says,
Oh,
you
it's
learn
like
how
a
to
man's
submit.
perspective.
What is he asking of you? Like, what
I
are you
feel
supposed to be
like-
doing?
Ultimately, they just want us to be quiet.
It's quiet.
They want
roll
them
with
to
And not
do
let them
us.
complain.
No complaining, just
Let me tell you guys a story. So I learned what submission means to African men when I saw one of my cousins dating a white woman. I understood what the Africans mean.
what they mean independence.
Don't argue.
Don't
say
argue.
that.
Don't argue.
He will do whatever he wants, and she's just happy to be there.
You have to.
African girl, she will cuss him out. I thought you. I saw you were with him. Who are you with? She doesn't even say anything. She's just so happy. They just want us to just shut up and
like a
literally
good life.
let them.
But you know, back home.
Yeah, that's
Is that what it is? That regular black like?
Yeah, man. Listen, I don't know.
But let me ask you, what is okay? But this is what drives me crazy. We talk about how the world is modernizing, evolution, industrialism, all over, whatever. And we still have the misconception of not believing that women are allowed to evolve and want more and speak up and have an opinion. Like we're not subdued anymore like back in the day. You guys men don't want us to have a say, but at the same time, we've let you rule for how long and you haven't done right. So maybe it's time.
Yeah, you sound like dinosaurs.
It's
time to extinct. But men,
it's not
ruled for too long.
But that's not you guys keep the misconception is that when a woman speaks up or has a voice or has a thought, for some reason you guys lose your balls.
Or she's problematic.
Yeah.
Back home, men were the bread winners of the house.
Right.
The women were just there to have kids and take care of the home and take care of their husband.
Yes.
But then we come over here.
And women are doing their
And
thing,
then we
honey.
found out that we have to work. We have to do, you almost do more than the men.
Yeah. So
And then our men are struggling with us having a voice now.
Right.
Because you cannot be working.
That's why your dad went back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
To go get his woman.
Yeah.
No, this was not Nigerian here.
Wait.
All the way back.
He said, you gotta go back to say like,
Because
listen,
it doesn't matter.
I need original.
It didn't matter the lineage. It was the thought process. Now get over here.
I need original.
Let it ball.
Listen, I need you to take care of these kids. Do not take too
Say
much.
nothing.
Don't say too much.
Yeah, don't say too
nothing.
much. Take care of the kids.
That's messed
I mean,
up.
can y'all date someone that makes less
But
than
then
you?
if he goes back there and marries her and brings her here, she's gonna learn.
Yeah, she's gonna watch Oprah or
Okay.
Sarah Jesse Raphael
Thank you.
or Ricky Lake and just start learning the evil ways of fucking American women. Like, no, wait, Keisha over there getting away with all sorts of shit.
Don't kill me.
She just slapped her doing this.
Don't kill me.
But then she's gonna go to school and try to make herself better, and she's gonna get a job.
Oh yeah.
And then you still do not want her to have a voice.
But I
It
just don't
doesn't
get
work
it.
like that.
I don't get in the world that we live in now. And you made a comment, right? I wish men would stop being scared of the idea of a woman succeeding. Like you just asked, would I be okay with dating a man who makes less than me? Listen, at the end of the day, I want to be successful for me, not for a man. I know what lifestyle I want for myself, regardless if a man is there or not. My kids will have. So if he wants to be a writer, as long as he is the best dang writer out there and he loves writing and he's happy and he's content in who he is, and my success and my achievement in life does not poke his masculinity, I'm cool. I'm not waiting on him to
if
set
he's
me.
a writer and he's in between books, he's
That's a bum. That's a difference.
no, I'm never. He's a great writer. Oh, he's a true author. Oh, you mean bro? But he's in between books. You gotta go. That book was last year.
When I say a writer, okay, yes, I still mean that. I mean by like you gotta still have some kind of goals and ambition. I'm not saying I'm not saying like be a bum. I'm just saying you gotta have your own goals and ambition that you want. You can't just say you want to be a writer and you're still in between two books and you've never published one. That's not right. But if you publish one and it's doing well and you have a game plan, a business plan of how this is gonna that's really what.
Could you take care of a man?
I wouldn't take care of a man.
That's
the
because if you make it less than you,
yeah, right. I'm like true love doesn't live here.
Why do you say take
Love don't live in this house, nigga.
Yeah, but why do you say take care of a man?
Because when I look at
What's take care of a man?
when I look at a lot of African American men, or not African American, black men in America. Well, they some of them do fall on hard times. They might have a felony, they might have things, but they do still love hard. They love hard. No, I'm saying, but he might have a past. So
our parents
he's from the
raised us
ghetto.
not to do the
All right,
felony.
no, true. That's what I was gonna say because I know it's about the name.
Okay.
You go to jail. Oh my, like you said, it's about reputation. Don't do things that will get you in trouble to have felonies. But a lot of men, black men in America, have those
But
problems.
that's not the problem.
So what I'm saying is, if you can't get a job, but he holds you down, he loves you.
Nah, that's
You
different.
can't.
You talking about something I can't relate to.
All right.
You're putting away my life expenses.
There's someone
because
else
what
for
do?
you out there.
What am I
This
putting
one.
myself to even be in a situation where I'm meeting a
So
man?
you meet him and you fall in love with
why
him.
would I
You
do
love
this?
him. Like you like him. Then it comes to love.
Auntie, what did you say? It can never happen.
It could never
No,
happen.
that doesn't happen. Besides
Love
love,
doesn't happen.
Yeah, love don't exist in this house. There are conditions
love does
in
not
which
put
love
food
needs
on
to
the
work.
table.
And you have not met the criteria.
She said love
Because love does not
table.
put food on the table. You
Honey,
can love
Tina
me all
tried to
you
say it a
want
long
to
time
love me,
ago.
but you need to be
Man,
able to
the Black
provide.
American love story is like
Okay, but no, you guys are still looking at what you think we're talking about the city girl movement about where he got to do this.
It's
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm really talking about like if a man made the wrong decisions of being inadequate in life to be
inadequate, Dusty. Trust me, Dusty. Continue.
Is it by force that I must correct it for him? Is it
Yeah.
He made the decision. You made it. They say when you make your bed, you
want to
know
help?
it, right?
Would you not want to help a
But
man?
because
So when you meet a man who's made all the correct decisions and achieved all his goals, and you come into his life, he wants you to carry yourself a certain way and act a certain way and move a certain way. Doesn't he deserve that?
But he does get that before he can choose me. That he has to make sure I match up to what his ideas are. Because if his idea of a woman doesn't match with independence, then you having a conversation with a woman.
But only,
but because the man made all that money doesn't mean that he should tell her sit down and she sits down, stand up and she stands up, jump down and she jumps up and jumps down. She still has to have a voice.
No, we confuse independence and a voice with submissiveness. My final say so as a man should be that say so.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
But you feel like when you bring what you bring to the table, it should add up and be equal. But under a man's umbrella, my word is law.
Yeah, but are you trying to keep mentioning financial? Because
no.
Okay. And beyond financial, I'm a woman that gives a man his respect. I was raised a man is a man at home, right? So regardless of how successful I am, I will definitely be a billionaire, and my husband could be comfortable as 1,000 or a million, whatever makes him happy. But that doesn't mean that when I come home, I'm walking in there like, no, I'm still his wife. My kids.
I think you might still try to step on.
No. That's
I think you might still like, listen, this house ain't clear.
No. First of all, I wouldn't even do that. I'm gonna have
because that's not how she
you predicting in my life that I'm gonna be acting in my house. I'm saying that all in all, I cook. I believe in cooking. I believe that a household should always have food in the fridge. I love cooking. I'm still very much a woman. But me being very much a woman does not mean that I tolerate BS bullshit. Just because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to tolerate it. This is what I expect. And when that comes to the table, you'll be treated like a king. What do you mean? Mm-hmm. A man is a king.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all experience the same thing as far as... are you about to say something?
Honey, listen, this whole financial thing, I can't do a writer. I'm sorry. We have to have some type of. We have to have some type of. The cat I cannot do a writer. I'm sorry. I mean, but the gap can't be too much. I mean, at the end of the day, love does not pay the bills, the lights, all that. We have to make sure that is taken care of.
Even for the man to keep his prestige, his integrity, you still have to have something.
Why not playing like the writer?
I mean,
you said writer.
But no, I get it because, of course, coming from with reputation, family, and having that honor, you want a man to, like you said, live up to what we are and what we do.
Reach high.
Don't bring us down. Like, oh God, you got my daughter all over here, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Listen, if I decide that I want to stay at home and not go to work because I'm carrying your child, I do not want it to be so much pressure to go back to work to make sure that we can still survive. You know what I'm saying?
If I want to enjoy 6 months with my baby, I want to know that my husband is can do it. It doesn't mean that I'm dependent on him. Right. Because when the situation flipped, I would hold him down. That's what a partnership is. You get married because you're looking for people sometimes misconstrued. It's not love you get married for. You marry a good partner. It's really a good business deal if y'all want to have that conversation. It's a business contract where you look at the pros and cons. When companies acquire smaller businesses, they look at their books. They see what the profit margins are. Essentially, human currency. Let's be real, because we get blinded by love. Look at the man that you're going to be with. Assess his flaws. Assess him and weigh it out like the stock market. Where do you think and predict where it could be? If it doesn't match up, then you shouldn't make a stupid decision just because you're in love, and then 10 years later you're miserable.
Agreed. It has to make sense.
I mean,
the math has to math.
Yeah. There's a stupid decision made every second.
There is. And I think love is behind that stupid decision.
And that is what we're trying to correct.
We're trying to break that.
I don't
break the curse.
It has to make sense.
How do you fight?
You know what? back in the day, arranged marriages.
I know.
Arranged marriages, the woman had to marry into a man's family that was already, she'd be married up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you didn't even know the person.
Yeah.
It's true.
It doesn't make sense for
It's
us to
still
marry
happening
now.
in some cultures.
It's still happening in Nigeria.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's still happening.
But they had to make sense.
There are
Status
Romeo
and money had to
Juliet
make
stories
sense.
to where
They do happen, but don't glorify. I hate the stupid Disney story. Like, I hate that. Marriage is not about marrying who you love, because you actually end up falling in love deeper when you spend time, go through experiences with somebody. It builds the love. That's why friendships last so long, when you've gone through stuff with your friendships and like relationships. Stop marrying because you're in love, because you're stupid.
So you marry for business, man. This is a Tyler Perry movie waiting to happen right here.
No.
And I'll be there
I'll
on
write
day
it.
one.
Can it be my life?
I'll be there on day one to watch it. So.
Can you be? It's good to be about my life, because you know all this nonsense I'm talking. You guys think is nonsense. Follow me. See how my life goes. I promise you. I will write a book and I will change your life. Follow me. Eye contact.
Yeah, so with that said, I do want y'all to again plug the show.
First Gen Africa. Okay, they're all on it. Her mom's on it. And of course, Linda's going to be on their season 1.
This is a reality show?
Yes, a reality TV show here in Dallas about an amazing group of friends, high-level executives, senior executives, doctors, engineers, rappers.
Nurses.
Nurses. There's like, no, I don't think I'm any nurse. But, nurse. Well, nurse.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forget. She's such a boss. She owns so many other businesses that I forget she's a
Yeah,
nurse.
I still have. Yeah, I got so many hats. Good.
Yeah, that's what we are. Entrepreneur Africans, Eritreans, Kenyans, different parts of Africa. We come together and we're friends, and we got to show you what the D is. Because people kind of have the wrong misconception of what the D is as
No,
well.
I love it. Who else is on the show that's not here? Can y'all?
We
shout them
have
out?
Yes, we have a whole cast. We have about 10 of us.
Oh, don't shout them out. Just
I was
shout out to the cast.
the cast.
Yeah.
It's 10 of us. You guys are all here. Stay tuned. Please follow us on the
Y'all
first show.
fighting? Is there a cat fight?
It's that. I mean, we're African.
wow.
We don't need to have it.
I mean,
We're African. What do you mean? The thing about
not just something you don't want to do on TV. Like you go to the back and hear you screaming. Like what's going
No,
on?
I wanted to be real and put
Okay,
it out there, because Africans, we really never need to create drama. Like even our parents being drama is just so entertaining.
Hey.
So we live in drama. That's gossiping. It's African. Like we just live in it.
Do we need to break that too?
Yeah.
Or that one's there?
Yeah, the gossiping is in there.
That one is there.
That gossip the most.
Yeah, no, yeah, and we're gonna, and of course, we're gonna shut off. But yes, no, that's true. When African women get together in their circle group, and the African men get to drinking on some Heinekens and whatever they're on, it just becomes the gossip stories.
It is.
I've seen it. Like
Men gossip more than women. Let me tell y'all.
I believe that.
African men, they gossip.
Is it African or is it men, period?
No, African men gossip. They're the biggest gossipers ever. African men,
Listen.
they love gossip. Okay.
African women gossip too, though.
No, we do.
y'all
No,
love a good
African
story.
period. Africans gossip.
African
Yeah,
men
I mean-
gossip.
But I do believe that men talk more amongst themselves than women do.
But African men are hilarious. in
I'm
gossip.
telling you,
Yeah,
honey.
they don't even. Is it gossip when you say it out loud and the woman can hear you? Is that gossiping? I'm just saying to
The
you.
woman can
They can
hear
hear me. Yeah, I'm talking about my wife. Like, I know she over there. Like, we gonna talk about it right here. And you want to come talk? You better be quiet. That's what the men is. That's the old adage.
That's the old one.
It's
We don't do
2021.
that. We
Yeah,
don't do that.
y'all come and y'all hop in the conversation. So
not
y'all
at
switch it
all.
up. I want you, of course, happiness, because we're gonna end the show. I want you to
Come in.
shout out your mom again.
Yes.
I know she's probably not on Instagram or nothing.
No, she's
don't.
not.
That'd be
I
wild.
should probably make
We're gonna make her one.
Goes down in the deal.
We're gonna
We're gonna make her one.
Okay. Get her an
She's on the
Instagram.
show,
She's
so
on the show.
definitely, yeah. So we have to
First
make her, yeah.
Yes.
What's the show? How far y'all into shooting? Have y'all started? Are
So
y'all
we
still-
finished shooting actually. So we're dropping next month. The premiere is here in Dallas,
Yes.
December 16th.
It's going down.
But the show is actually dropping December 26th. Actually, come. I'll rephrase it. So come on, come sit, because I need you in this one. Okay. So I'll reiterate.
Y'all didn't see the shoes. Y'all didn't see-
We missed the shoes. The shoes is it. I was saying that. So the show is fully shot. We're done shooting. We're dropping it December 26th is when it's dropping on my own Patreon platform. So we're doing an independent drop. I'm doing the kind of stuff from the ground up and build out. And then we have my full cast. We're doing a premiere December 16th here in Dallas. And I'm excited. I hope you guys tune in. We're giving you upper echelon Africans and letting you guys come into our world a little bit because
True.
you haven't seen it.
Well,
Very
for those that
excited.
are sitting at home and do want to follow y'all, the younger ones, y'all can give y'all.
I also
social
have a
media.
photography studio.
Oh yes.
Oh, dope.
Yeah,
dope.
she does. She
I have
does.
a
She
photography
has
studio.
Yes.
We don't need no competition.
Yeah, yeah. We're not gonna shout that out. We're gonna.
You see, this is the problem with
She'll
African
write it in the
Americans.
comments. No, it's friendly comment. But no, definitely shout out your businesses. Shout out just everything. I mean,
We're definitely sponsoring the show.
Cynthia
We're
Bailey's.
helping.
Yes.
Your relationship to Cynthia Bailey. What is it?
First of
I hate
all,
him.
I get that all the time. I have no idea
Have you
if
met
Cynthia
her?
Bailey is like sister in another life. I've never met her. I never met her.
I met her and you look. Yeah, y'all
She's
y'all
like,
have
you look
some
very
ladies.
alike.
Well, she's beautiful, so I'll take that as a
Yeah,
compliment.
she's top model. She's top model.
She is. You guys, of course, if you don't know, I am a rapper, up and on the coming. You know, Miss Georgie. I dropped my single Poochie, but as well as I'm going to be doing my album is actually going to be the soundtrack for the TV show First Gen. So it's really dope, and the premiere is going to be a premiere for everyone to get a listening peek at like my album. So follow me, Miss Georgie.
So proud of you, Independent.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes,
She hit
proud
the
of
ground
you.
running.
Yes.
We
ma'am.
not playing. You know
That's
about
right.
my checks. I said I gotta be a tycoon, not even a billionaire, right?
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Exactly. So it's coming out, Poochie, on all platforms, Pucci on Instagram, every single platform. I'm Miss Georgie, MSJORJI. First name is Independence. I'm the only one that you'll find on any platform. So Independence Georgie. Army.
There you go.
Yeah.
I definitely want you to give your social medias and also any businesses.
And that's you have to wrap us up and give us
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
studio
Give
is.
a prayer or something.
I really love the idea of showcasing Nigerian culture because we have a very rich culture.
Yes.
And we want our children to continue to make us proud, carry the name really high, and keep us going and representing us like the way we want them to represent us. And then we do not want our younger ones to make the mistakes that we made, if I could call it a mistake. We want them to be better than
There you
us.
go.
We want them to be better than us. And I'm really glad that we're doing this because it's gonna open a lot of eyes and show people how rich our culture could be
Yeah, we're gonna shake the
and
table.
why we are the way we are.
Shake the table.
Yes.
Definitely.
My studio Instagram is at Live Lodge Studios, and so check us out. My in-house photographer, E-Frame Photography, he's really good. So yeah, I just started up this May, and we're just trying to. There's money to be made, so
That's what Africans are good at. Finding
there's money to be made. We're just trying to get to the bag, honey. Generational curses have to be broken.
Yes.
There you go.
We have to. We're trying to retire early.
We break it in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
Follow your social media.
Oh, Miss Trente y Siete. A lot of people cannot exactly.
You gotta spell that. Yeah, you gotta spell that.
MSTRENTEYSIETE.
Orlando. Just look up. If you go on my page and follow me,
Or search Listen
I will
Linda.
tag her.
Just search Listen Linda.
Yeah, there you go.
Just search Listen
Help
Linda.
us tag. Well, I definitely thank you, ladies, for sitting down with us. We were supposed to have this conversation a while back, and I'm glad you were patient enough with me to make sure we had it. I think it was a good talk, and I think it only sparks more conversation.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
I
Yes.
know people
I
really
love
enjoy
that.
this and like
Yeah.
tune in. First Gen.
First
Gen.
Gen.
First Gen Africa.
First
And
day.
y'all know what it is, of course, Real Life Joker, part of the Real Life Street Stars, Real Life Productions. We're here at ROP Studios in downtown Dallas. And once again, man, I want to, thank y'all for, my team out here, man, Fast Money, Cam God, everybody for helping put this together. But yeah, this is Misconceptions. Episode 3. We're done.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
All right.